So many things we meant to say. So many things we meant to say. Hey guys, welcome to the pilot episode of Los, which is actually, we're going to say Lounge of Sound, because from here on out, your living room or kitchen or garage, whatever it is, it's going to be your Lounge of Sound. How's that? How's that grab you? What we did right now, I just improvised, and that's usually what we do on our other shows. D-Set, this gentleman right here. He's my producer, and he's been my drummer for a long time, and I'm very fortunate to have a lot of friends like him, and you're going to get to meet friends like this throughout our shows or episodes. We're really excited because we're going to have a lot of guest stars and guest hosts. We may have some occasional DJs. We may have some musicians from the local area. By the way, we're from Portland, Oregon. Beautiful Portland, Oregon. How's it going, DSAT?
It's great, man. Thank you for having me and setting this up. This is going to be a ton of fun. We're trying a new layout, make it immersive, make you feel like you're in the room with us, no matter where you are, like Lo said. So really excited to start this new venture of the Lounge of Sound and have, like Los was saying, guest hosts on, guest artists, and let's get to some more music. Let's get the people what they want.
It sounded really good, and it looks really good. Yeah. Thanks to you. I got to give a proper shout out to DSAT for this. So to start, a friend of mine recently said that they like Anita Baker. And to be honest, I'm going to be introducing all my girls to you. This is my first girl that I'm going to be introducing. This is a little Cordoba flamenca, a little GK Pro, and her name's Ruby. And Ruby wants to sound like Anita Baker, so I think we're going to go ahead and start off with Sweet Love so that you can hear Ruby try to show off and try to sound like Anita Baker. And by that, what I mean, if we have any guitar players out in the audience, is we guitar players tend to be a little wordy, and sometimes we forget to breathe. And singers like Anita Baker, they have wonderful phrasing, they stop and they breathe right at the right spots, and it's not when they're singing, it's when they're not singing that you really notice the beauty of their voice, that beauty of that timbre, those pauses. It gives that heady feeling, and you get to feel and wrap your mind around those beautiful lyrics. So right now we're going to listen to Ruby try to sound like Anita Baker, which is a tall order, right? Here we go.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, Bill, Ruby sounds great on that track. Agreed.
Doesn't she? I love Ruby. She's beautiful.
Yeah, we have 16 people watching at the moment. Thank you all for tuning in.
Right.
Angela,
You guys came.
hello. How are you? Walt, good to see you. Agreed. It sounds great. We had some little bugs we were figuring out with the chat. So now if anyone joins in, if for some reason you're not seeing the chat, just refresh the page and it should pop right up for you. And we have Maria from Brazil. Welcome. Thank you.
Wow.
And yeah, just
So
say
far
hi.
she wins. That's the furthest part of the world.
It's so far.
So far you're winning.
Yeah.
And I do like the Brazilian music. I really do. So, you know, that's the wonderful thing about the lounge is everything goes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be able to play some music that's inspired by Bahia, from Peru, Africa, Mexico, the U.S., obviously, because that's where we're at. But we're going to try to make this the most chill vibe that you can think of. And one of the things we like to do is we like to clean house here around here. And so one of the things I'm going to remind everybody is that you can always find me at loscastromusic.com, and you can find events that not only I'm in, but I'll try to keep you abreast of friends that I have that I really respect, like D Set. He's going to be playing. Tell us where you're going to be playing next weekend.
Oh yeah, we have a band I'm playing the drums for called Sons of Malarkey, and we're going to be up in Washington at the Celtic Festival next Saturday, which is the 12th, I'm pretty sure. The 11th. We'll be up there 9/11. So we'll have 3 sets ranging from, I think it's like 11 in the morning to 5 at night, and it's going to be a good time. So if that's something you're interested in, come check us out.
I'll be there. If you guys want to come and say hi to D-Set or myself, to Los Castro, I'm going to try to go hang out as much as I can. When I got to Portland, most people didn't know me as a guitar player. Isn't that right, D-Set?
Yeah, I met you as a cajon player, actually, at a Sons of Malarkey gig. Right. I went to check them out, and I'm a drummer, so instantly I was attracted to the other percussionists, like, yo, what's up? And I got to know the members of the band, and I actually went over to a recording session they were doing, and then Los brought out a guitar, and I was like, are you playing with anybody? And we started a group, Los and Found, years ago with bass player Lyle Peterson. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we've known each other for quite a long time now.
Yeah, we've been in different iterations of different bands, and it's just a mutual admiration society. Like I said, I'll be checking out Sons of Malarkey. They're a favorite band of mine. I try to check them out every time I get, and the guys and the girls are really kind. They come to my shows, and so you're going to be getting some of that experience, and hopefully I'll get to have some of the members of Sons of Malarkey, like yourself, and get to have a few plugs, and we get to hear maybe a couple of tracks if we don't get to have everybody on the show. We are working towards being able to play multiple platforms to be able to play different people. But right now, with the latency issues and the technology, it just hasn't caught up. And so we're very sorry for that. So what we're going to try to do is try to have the folks come and play maybe 2-3 tracks off their albums or whatever deal that they're promoting. So this lounge will incorporate music from around the world, everything from Celtic to reggae and, like I said, bossa nova. It's a little bit of flamenco. We're going to try to make my girls speak in different languages, if you will. This is La Fiamma, by the way. This is my latest acquisition. We love La Fiamma because we love the color, because we're just ending our summer. We're trying to hold on to the colors of the summer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of summer. Boo-hoo. No, get out there this weekend and try to converge over nature and try to get to see the sea, if you will. Get out to the beach and enjoy yourselves and live if you can. I know we're in the midst of COVID, and there's a lot of people that are lonely out there. So if you get a chance, commune with nature, commune with your family, whoever's closest to you. Try to be safe out there, folks. Am I using my morning DJ or my evening DJ voice? I didn't mean to do that. But speaking of lonely people, we're going to embrace it. And I got some really wonderful emails yesterday talking about sharing. It took a lot of courage for these folks to tell me that they were lonely. So I'm going to pick a track that I downloaded. Usually the way we play this game is you're hearing the track the first time, same as me. But in this case, I have heard this track before, and it's called Lonely Woman. And it's a really wonderful track. So I'm going to try to play this. It's from Ndambi, and it's called Lonely Woman. And I recently did a Steppers mix with the wonderful folks over at the DJ Project. And so shout out to them. This is a piece that I'm going to be playing. This is the second time, I believe, that I've ever played this. So bear with me. We're going to embrace the loneliness, but we're going to purge it. We're going to try to send it out into the neither. And neither I nor you will be thinking about loneliness when we play this, right? We're going to try to commune together. Let the music heal you as they will. You got anything to say, bro?
Nope.
Cool.
That's it. That sounds great. I'm excited.
All right. Let's play Ndambi's Lonely Woman.
Okay.
That was in Domby's Lonely Woman, the Steppers mix.
That's
what do you guys
so
think
good.
of that?
That's so good.
Hope you guys like that. Man, I dig that track.
I'm going to butcher some probably Portuguese from Brazil, so I'm going to give it a try. Heita Guitarrista Massa. So.
Okay. It sounds good. It sounds good. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm very grateful for the few and the proud that are out there in the audience. 17 people, but hey, we're strong.
Yeah, we're hanging out, and we're gonna do this on Fridays. You saw me put a banner up. Like Lo said, this is our pilot show, so we're still doing a bunch of editing. The next show is going to be Friday, September 17th at 5 p.m. We're gonna take a week off and then come back that next week, and we should have some more buzz around it from another event that Los is gonna do. Do you want to talk about that event?
Absolutely. And then after that, we got to come back to you because I don't forget. So tomorrow I will be on KMR Place Live. You can find it here on YouTube, KMR Place Live. Please subscribe and check them out on YouTube. If you would go to kmrplace.live and you are one of J-Dub, if you know what that is, you know what that is. And so you can go there and subscribe. They will ask some questions, and you've got to be one of those few and the proud J-Dubs. my friends and my brothers around the world, that we are enduring COVID. Regardless of circumstances, we are reaching out to people, doing a fine job, a community around the world. It's global. And we are tied together by our faith, by our endurance, and our love and hope. And so those people that I'm talking to, if you know who you are and you know who you are, please go to, what did I just say? KMRplace.live. I got to remember that. .live. And I will be on there. If you're in the crowd and in the chat, please say hey. And if you remember, say that you're a foundit. Because I don't make friends. I find them wherever I get. I can find them, and I find my new friends, and I call my newfound friends, I call them foundits because they're my newfound friends. And we're going to be friends forever because I don't believe in strangers. So please don't be a stranger. Get on the chat, say hey, and if I have the wherewithal, I will say hi. Last time, I don't know how I remembered how, but I said, Los Castro and my guitar, mio guitarra, we love Bahia, Brazil. Back then, we had some friends from Brazil, from the HLC, that I'm very proud to be friends with, and I've even jammed with them before, and they are on the front line. So this Lonely Woman, this song was dedicated to many of the nurses that I know. And when I say lonely woman, there's some lonely men that are on the front line too. Arduous, long hours. It's a thankless job. You're putting yourself at harm's way, and you're lonely because you have to keep your distance. Sometimes you don't get to eat. Sometimes you don't get to drink water. You don't get to take a break. You don't get to sit down, and you go home lonely. But just know that we really appreciate everything that you're doing on the front line. So Lonely Woman that we just played, that was dedicated to a lot of the friends, the nurses, and the doctors, and everybody that's EMTs, EMS workers that are on the front line, going home lonely because of their arduous work. Please know that we're very grateful to you. So that Lonely Woman was dedicated to you guys. But circling back to my friend D-Set, I understand we need to congratulate you on a newborn baby boy.
Yes, 2-month-old. Oslo.
That's why. Oslo. So how old is he now? How young is he?
He's just about 2 months. On the 11th, he'll be 2 months. Wow. Oslo Alvin Sether. He's a beautiful little baby. He's doing so well.
That's a heavy name. Oslo. Say it again.
Oslo Alvin Sether. Alvin is a family name. My grandfather and my great-great-grandfather were both named Alvin.
Wonderful.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's
so cool.
It's been amazing. We have a 2-year-old as well, so we are very busy over here and not a lot of sleep, which works for this because I have a lot of time to do these extracurricular things when I can. So it works.
Bill Grog is saying congrats.
Hey, thanks, Bill.
Yeah. So, and thanks for saying that this was Sizzling Guitar, Bill. Bill, we can always count on you because you've got those great big ears, and that's a compliment. But, so I'm glad that you get to have a little time away. That's important. We keep telling all my friends that are caregivers. I was a caregiver for a long time, before my wife passed away. So I know there's a lot of caregivers out in the audience. And you're, as a father, you're a caregiver. And isn't it important that we get a little time to ourselves?
It's necessary. It's 100% necessary to take time, do what you love. Take a few minutes, even if it's just a couple minutes a day, to focus on something that's passion for you. And, I have a wonderful partner in my wife, Emily, who is so supportive of my hobbies and my activities and the things I'm really passionate about. And we go back and forth with our support and watching the kids and make it happen for each other. So
wonderful.
It's been great. And please subscribe to Los Castro Music if you haven't already, and click that bell for notifications. We're trying to make this go as big as it can. We want to have fun with it. We want to have a lot of shows and have a lot of guest people on and attract really cool talent and really cool artists to come in and do sets with us. So the more people we get to subscribe, the more we will have.
Absolutely. So, and thanks a lot for saying that. That's very kind of you. I hold you in high regard. You know that. We've played in different iterations, different bands together, and I believe we will get to play soon enough. You're talking about learning an instrument. I'm like, hey, we need a bass player. So my friend Walt Bush, if you're there, and if anybody ever sees Walt Bush is a terrific drummer, and so is D-Set, but D-Set plays different. He wears different hats. and so we want him to learn bass, and he's learning. What's that instrument that you just picked up? Is it an electronic drum?
Yeah, I have a Nord D3 six
Right.
pad. I have keyboards, guitars. I don't have a bass, so that's why I need to get a bass. Is I want it for the kids as well. The instruments are 100% hands-on for all the kids, so they can just come in and I'll hear my daughter on the drums or turning on the keyboard. She's 2, so it's amazing, and she'll walk by the guitar every time she just strums it and then walks by. So she's getting into good habits.
That's great.
Yeah,
and you know, and people in the chat, if you've got kids that are wanting to learn how to play, because we were those kids, we were child prodigies that kind of slipped through the cracks, and nobody told us until one day somebody said, "Hey, you're actually kind of good." And so we're kind of late bloomers in life, but in all actuality, we were, child prodigies that just, we didn't know. We fell through the cracks. And so we are very supportive of your children, and we live vicariously through your kids, because my kids are all grown up. My baby is 28 years old now. Can you believe it? And I see friends out there in the chat that are very supportive of the arts, like Angela Tuminero and Bill Grog. And Kimberly Geddes, I just got your notice saying, "Hey, my brother, finally get to see you. Thanks so much. Love the Lounge of Sound." Thank you very much for saying that. That's awesome. Tell your friends. Let's make a deal. We used to, remember, D, when we would finish our sets, I used to make a deal with the audience, and I used to say, "Hey, if you really liked us, tell everybody you really like. And if you didn't like us, only tell the people you don't like."
Right.
Sound like a deal? So I hope you guys like us, and tell everybody you like.
And
But you know what?
Yeah, share if you can.
Yeah.
We want to build a community of people who are interested in good music, good conversation, building topics, and for the love of music. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. Do we want to go fast, or we want to go slow? Let us know in the chat. You guys want to hear something groovy and fast, or you guys want to hear something nice and slow, something smoky, or something, you let us know.
So give us a groovy or a mellow
There you go.
for what you want.
It is the Lounge of Sound. We are wanting you to chill, but it is music for adults. Grab a beverage, grab a snack, and I hear somebody saying yes. Yes, does that mean yes, you want something groovy, or yes, you want something smoky and slow? Let us know, groovy or slow.
Just go.
Just
do
go.
it all.
Do it all.
I was
Okay.
expecting that.
We always get that. What, D? Your call.
Groovy,
what do you
man.
think?
Come on.
Groovy.
Come on.
Oh,
You know
man.
what I'm going to give you.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Every
Really?
time.
Okay. All right. This is this has got a real weird name, Groovy. This is a chill out track that I did last event. It was called the Black Tie event. Be looking out for it at the end of September. And so when I was on that show, I played this little track. See what you think. I'm gonna stand for this one. Cool. Thanks very much, guys. That was a track by Sebastian Zunino. I told him I was going to use the track. I emailed him, and he was nice enough to say, dude, you're killing it. Go for it. Just give me a shout out. And I'm giving Sebastian Zunino, if you ever get a track or you need a track, go to Bandcamp and check out Sebastian Zunino's stuff. It's really tasty, as you can see. And yes, you're right, Kimberly. It does give a little early 70s groove. You're absolutely right. And I dig that. We dig that. We really like the 60s and 70s, back when melody was queen and groove was king. And if I sound like one of them old DJs, it's because I grew up listening to those old DJs, and I dig those guys. So thanks a lot for that. Yeah, hello. Oh, Sherry Clark is in the house. Yes, I also played an event for Caregivers Network. If you have any questions, you can DM me about Sherry Clark's wonderful project. It is very elite. It is only for the people that are very seriously either giving care or have received care and need a network that helps with mental hygiene. That's what I like to call it, emotional hygiene, because sometimes we work so hard, and when there is pain that someone's enduring or undergoing some kind of trauma or duress, sometimes we don't know how to react, and we may say things that we really don't mean, but in the heat of the moment, we do say that, and the caregiver gets hurt sometimes. So thank you very much. Those people may not be on the front line exactly, but in my book, yes, you are on the front line, because you go to work, and it's not an easy job. We've been there. So let's just say that you have all my empathy, my support, my compassion. Thank you very much, guys. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. So we're rounding out the hour, and I did promise somebody that I was going to play a really nice slow tune, and it's a long track. But before I do that, to close out the show, do we have anything that we need to mention to the folks other than please subscribe, like and subscribe, and go to loscastromusic.com too, and also come and say hi to D-Set and myself over in Kelso next weekend over in Kelso at the Celtic Festival. And that's in Washington, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Kelso, Washington.
Correct.
Yeah. Anything else we need to mention?
I don't think so.
Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. We are going to finish the show with a smooth jazz in E that I call Grayson's Blues. Hope you guys like it.
That was great.
It's a 17-minute piece, so I could only hold it to 10 minutes because I'm always looking at that clock, brother. So
very nice.
Very grateful for everybody that came. Thank you, D-Set, for making this possible, this immersive experience. If everybody does not know, this is not really a lounge, but it really does look like a lounge, and I fell in love with this, and D-Set made it work. So I'm very grateful to you, brother.
We're getting there. Your guitar has a little bit of transparency, like the table showing through on it, but it's not horrible. I did a little messing around, so sorry for breaking the illusion a little bit ago. But yeah, I'm really digging this. I put up a banner. Join us for our next stream, Friday, September 17th at 5 p.m. So please put that in your calendars. Tell your friends about it. We'll be doing the same thing. It'll be just us that next one. We maybe a guest host. But I would like the next show after that to have another artist on. So if you're interested, if you know anyone who would be interested, have them reach out to us. Go to loscastromusic.com and you can find a contact link there, and we'll get back to you on it.
Absolutely.
So, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the 17th.
Welcome, Foundits, and good night.
Good
Thanks
night.
for the great show.